Jonathan Karl of ABC. How the claim tied Trump tired of winning reported. Despite the loss of the 2020 elections, former President Donald Trump announced a new book of Jonathan Karl. ABC's This Week. ABC's This Week. Trump has published his complaints on the last presidential elections for a long time and claimed that he had frequently stolen. However, in his new book, he does not win Donald Trump, and the end of the great old party reported that Trump can replace President Joe Biden. It was fixed to an extreme right theory. The idea was not based on the law, and it was clearly contrary to the Constitution. But Trump's most religious followers were supported by Mypillow CEO Michael Lindell. Lindell claimed that Trump could return to the White House on August 13, 2021, during a three-day symposium hosted in South Dakota. He promised to reveal the terabytes of evidence. But there was no evidence. In June 2021, the former president 2024 or before. Finally, in a telephone conversation the next month, Karl pushed Trump what it meant. Don't you think it's a way to restore it before the next election? I am not going to explain this to you, Jonathan, because you don't understand or write, Trump said. According the voice of his call, while Karl reported that Trump talked a lot about the notion re-establishment for new book, he believed that some of his advisors could some advisors Biden somehow from the White House. Former Trump campaign lawyer Jenna Ellis, who was guilty of making false statements about the election, the Georgian election subversion case, in October, clearly rejected this idea. May 2021. Tweet: There is only one process for abolition: President of Residence, Constitution, objection and conviction. No. President Trump will not be restored. President Donald Trump speaks in the Save America March ralite in the United States, Washington, D.C. on January 6, 2021. Through Tayfun CoskunAnadolu Agency, the theory was even too much for one of Trump's most robust Congress allies, former Representative Mo Brooks. Ralite. In December 2020, he was first deputy to challenge Biden's victory's Congress Certificate-Ralliabd Capitol immediately before the attack of Trump on January 6, while wearing body armor. Determined support for 2020 elections won the approval of Brooks. Trump's 2022 Alabama in primary, Republican primary. However, in summer of 2021, he changed the Brooks melody and encouraged Trump supporters to cross 2020 election claims. There are some people who are desperate in the voter in 2020 and theft. Brooks. Months after voters suggested that the election claims to continue, Trump called him with more than one demand for election. Brooks told Karl earlier this year, "He asked me to make it clear that it should be allowed." Brooks said that he rejected and rejecting his rejection of the same moon Brooks and caused Trump retaliation to retaliate. Karl asked Brooks if he thought Trump really believed that could be rest.